JF Stretford Paddock. Now, despite the fact he sold me out for Patrice Evra last week, I've still forgiven him. And I'm here with Mr. Stephen Howson, who's over in Qatar. Steve, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got a flight in a couple of hours, actually, to go hang out with Paddy again.
Do you know what, right? That's it. This is over, right? Speak to you next week. Tell you what, it's hard life for you over there, isn't it, son?
As much as this is going to sound like a moan, it's not a moan.
Go on.
The hours are bloody long, and I'm well over flying to Dubai for 48 hours or 24 hours every few days.
Is that what you've been doing then? You've been in Qatar and going over to Dubai to have tea with Patrice, basically?
Yeah, basically.
How is he?
Yeah. Patrice is everything you want him to be.
Yeah.
He's seen him on social media. He is everything you want him to be. He's serious. He's funny. He is... Like, I think I'm pretty sarcastic. He hits it at another level.
Really?
Like, I think he only communicates in sarcasm.
You're right. He's a dead nice guy, though, isn't he, Evra? Because, like, we met him for that. I told you about when he did that book thing with me in the Q&A. We was lucky enough, me, my missus and my dad, to go meet him afterwards. And he's just spent ages with everyone, deadly like, engaged. You know, like, sometimes you go to those things and you can see the player just wants to get out of there. But he looked like he gave a toss, basically. He just seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah. He's like I said, he's everything you would want him to be honest. Like he just, you know, a ball of energy, big opinions. Don't always agree with all of his opinions, but like, you know, he's got backing and reasoning for why he thinks what he thinks and everything. And ultimately, that's what football's all about, isn't it? It doesn't matter whether you was someone that was out here captaining United winning Champions Leagues or some dickhead on YouTube. The game is about opinions, and people see things differently. And you know, it's not like all the pros see everything the same color, and it's not like all the fans see everything the same color. And those spectrums, I think, is what makes is what makes our channel. It's what makes all of the different content and everything about the game unique. I don't think there's a game that divides opinion as much as football does. Every other game's a bit more black and white, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very profound, that. Hey, you've been soaking in a bit of
a little bit early for that, innit?
A bit of Middle Eastern philosophy now. Who are you and what have you done with Stephen Howson? No, but you bang on. Obviously, you've been over there. You've been watching the games. We're going to do a video about which players United should sign or should look at from the World Cup. But I just want to ask you, just which players have stood out for you or maybe surprised you a little bit? Because, you know, players like Mbappe, we know he's going to do well, but who stood out and you gone, crikey, I didn't see that one coming?
Well, yeah, we're doing a video on who I'd want to sign, but yeah, for who stood out, last night I was at the Germany-Costa Rica game. Do you know what? Just going on a tangent a second.
Yeah, please do.
There are 32 teams in the World Cup finishes after this World Cup, and in the next World Cup, it's 48. And the way some of these groups have had, all 4 teams could still qualify on the final day is brilliant. And it makes for such an entertaining thing, especially when they put the matches at the same time. So there's no jiggery-pokery going on. It's get the game done, get your result in. And who had Japan beating Spain? Nobody, I imagine. Nobody. No. Probably not even Japan, right? So the way those results are going, Germany turn up, do their job by beating Costa Rica, which wasn't as easy as the result or the scoreline maybe made it suggest in the end, because they had a bit of a time when Costa Rica were in and going through ahead of Spain. Can you imagine a group that's got Costa Rica, Japan, Germany and Spain, and Germany and Spain were third and fourth with like 20 minutes left to go. There
was that like 75-second spell, weren't there, where it was Costa Rica and Japan that were going through. It was like...
mental. But we lose that in the next World Cup. So next World Cup in America is 48 teams. I believe it's groups of 3.
Yeah.
And 2 teams go through. So the jeopardy is just not the same. And the games can't kick off at the same time, and you can't start on the same match day as everybody else in your group, because obviously there's 3 of you. So it's only going to reduce down to 32 in the first place anyway.
No, I don't.
I think that if you're going to do this, make it 64. Like the 32-team format with the way the groups finish is great. I think the only way that you could potentially improve the World Cup, and I think they've done it for logistics so teams can sort of plan their routes. I would rather have it as a fresh draw every time. I think that would be better than we already kind of know the path, because I think that's open to corruption.
Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah. So once you're through the group, then it's another draw. So you could easily even get someone you've just played. Doesn't matter. It's a sort of free for all, basically. There's no,
I think that would be the only thing that would improve on the current 32-team format. The 48-team format is going to be a shambles. Do you remember when it was a 24-team format? Was it 94 World Cup, was it? It's a fucking shit show.
Yeah. No, I agree. And like you say, I love that. I love going into the last day. You know, after sort of, was it 1982 when West Germany and Austria did their little thing that they started doing the games on at the same time to stop all that? You have that drama, you have that. It's like, you know, like final day in the Premier League when who's going to get relegated and at 4:45, Blackpool are staying up and by 5:30 or 4:30 it's Reading or whatever. It's like that, innit?
Yeah, look at Mexico, Argentina and all that the other day.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And then we had that last night with Germany, France, Costa Rica, Japan. Brilliant. I'm sure there's more drama to come tonight with that as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, I hear you, and I hate the way FIFA start messing with things that are good, or that don't need messing with, basically. Is there a player that's sort of, or a team that stood out for you where you've gone, is it Japan?
Yeah, I think Griezmann's been unreal. I think Mbappe's getting the headlines, but for me, Griezmann's playing at a level that I wasn't even sure he had in him.
Yeah.
I think he's doing so much of the dirty work off the ball. I think he looks sensational. But I'd also say Musiala as well. I think he looked like Messi. I mean, I know he's playing against Costa Rica, but every time he got on the ball, just dancing past people, literally just like they're not there. He gets on the ball, you're like, well, he's going to beat these two. And then we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, I mean, the end product wasn't quite there for him, but he was very, very dangerous. And he's not someone that I think United need. He's in a position United don't really need to get, but he's impressed me.
Have you got a scout report of him from about 5 years ago, like you usually do? Whenever I say to you, are you going to do a scout report on him? You went, did that, Jay? Did that years ago. Don't worry about that.
Let me just have a look.
It's like,
I don't know if I have, actually.
Sure, this might be a first. I think this is the first time I've ever asked you. If you haven't got one.
I don't think I have.
Right, well, there you go.
I've just got my YouTube thing here behind you. I'm just going to Google it.
This is a first for me and Stephen Howson, because usually I've asked you about...
The only title I've got of him is from my Germany preview that I did pre-World Cup.
All right, well, you've still got involved. That's good to know. I saw a picture of you and a bit of a video clip. I've not watched it all yet, though, of you and Mauricio Pochettino. What was that like? What was that like? And did you get the vibes of someone, right, who could have or could in future manage Manchester United? I'm not saying I want him to, because I love Eric Ten Hag, but did you get that impression from him? I think, like, you know what? I think this guy's got something about him. Because you was never on the Poch bus, were you, for him coming to United? No. Let's have it right, to say the least.
No, and I don't know if he realised that. I mean, he was super sound with us. He was super sound with us, in all honesty.
Right.
And it is genuinely nice bloke. And Rio was late. Rio got held up in traffic. So it was literally just me and Poch was just sitting at the table for about 10, 15 minutes. I think Ronaldo actually filmed a fair bit of the conversation. We're just having a general chat about what's going on in the World Cup, this, that, and the other. I forgot to ask him, because I like Bielsa. I'm a big Bielsa fan.
Just a bit.
I forgot to ask him about Bielsa because he was actually given, I think, his first team debut by Bielsa after Bielsa was his youth team coach. So I wanted to ask him about that. And I also forgot, I think he was the one who gave the penalty away for Beckham in 2002, or the one that Beckham scored in 2002.
Was it? I forgot that. Do you know what? I forgot he even played in that game. Do you know what I mean? That's mad, that. Yeah. So good guy, but no, you weren't going like...
lovely bloke.
Yeah.
Nice energy to him. And obviously a lot of management is man management, isn't it? It's communication with the players. And his players love him. I can see why. I think he's a nice bloke.
Yeah.
But, for me, never tactically shown it. And that was my drama with him in the first place.
No, I agree. I was never...
I had a lot of comments going, you told him he was shit. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, that, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to start an interview or a chat with someone. Tell them the shit. Tell you someone...
I've got to be professional and respectful, haven't I?
And also, there's no need for that. Like, that would just be a proper dickhead move. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's two people that I might be like that with.
I know one of them is nailed on, so I don't need to worry about that.
Which one?
In my opinion, one of our greatest ever captains and fullbacks.
Yeah, he's having it. And I think Rio said this at the end, actually, when we bring Ashley Young on, he can have the same energy. And I went, no. I said, he's fucking having it.
No, I don't
because he's coming on to have it.
Yeah.
He's coming on to have it, so he's fucking having it.
Who's the other one as well?
Gerrard.
Oh, good lad. Good lad. I'd love to see that.
I've hammered Gerrard so much, and I just genuinely don't think he's as good as he's fucking made out to be. So why would I have any other energy than that? But what I probably would do, because I think it'd make it really weird and awkward, I'd just not come in that day. I'll let Joel and Rio talk to him.
Or you could just go in and just not speak. Just sit there on your phone or whatever, like. What? I don't know. I don't care. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, United have been linked with João Felix. Just like you're not bothered. I think that'd hurt him more than you're not coming in. Because he's got, I believe he's got a bit of an ego, Steven Gerrard. I don't know if it's true or not.
This show is sponsored by Ridge Wallet, the ultimate wallet experience. If you want to upgrade from that bulky back pocket burden, Ridge Wallet is the way to go. I use mine literally every single day. Look at that. That's my actual train card in there. Scan that to get to work every single day. It holds up to 12 cards and still has room for all your cash in there as well. Forget that bulky bad boy. Look at the streamline on that. You can fit that in a breast pocket, let alone a back pocket. Ridge Wallet is the next level for wallets. Upgrade your wallet game using Ridge. They've got over 50,000 5-star reviews. The durable material means it comes with a lifetime warranty, and they know you are going to like the product so much you can test drive it for 99 days, send it back, and get a full refund if you are not happy with the product. Like I said before, 50,000 people say you will be happy with the product. Make sure you check out Ridge Wallet. Go to ridge.com/Paddock for up to 40% off all the way through to the 22nd of December. That is ridge.com/Paddock for the best discount you are going to get on the best wallet money can buy. Thank you again to Ridge Wallet for sponsoring the show. Let's get into it.
One player who's absolutely shining, and it's great to see during this World Cup, is Marcus Rashford. What have you made of his World Cup, and how buzzing are you? Because you're definitely one of his biggest supporters, and rightly so.
I think Marcus came into this season on the back of an actual pre-season and a pre-season with the injuries behind him. And I think the injuries absolutely took it out of him. I think you're seeing a little bit this season with Ronaldo, and we've seen it in the past when players have missed a pre-season, they never catch up.
No.
And I can't believe the importance of a pre-season is as impactful as it clearly has been just on looking at those two players. But when you think back to any other players who've missed a pre-season, it can take them the whole season to catch up. So, like I said, anyone who plays with a broken back for me always gets a second chance. Marcus got a second chance after putting himself on the line for the club. He started this season, I thought he looked physically sharp, but not mentally sharp. And I think he looked like he wasn't quite confident. That first game, Brighton, the ball comes into the box. And I think a confident Marcus Rashford smashes it and it's it first time and scores. But he took a touch, tried to place it, and the keeper saved it. And he put it right at the keeper, really. And I just thought that was really indicative of a player that wasn't quite in full confidence. But as the season's gone on, I think the confidence has grown. And I don't think he's at the top yet. I still think there's a bit of room above where he's currently playing. I thought, he still wasn't very clinical in front of goal for England the other night, but he looks dangerous and he looks confident. And I think the confidence he'll have got from some of the response to his performance the other night, the biggest problem he's got is Gareth Southgate's a fucking witch, and we'll probably pick Sterling and Saka again and then stick him on the bench, even though all you've got in that forward lineup is players that want to play in between the lines. Harry Kane's not scored. It's not a drama because he's playing in between the lines. Sterling likes to play and run in between the lines. It's just like a different version of Jack Grealish for me. You haven't got anyone that's willing to get in behind or that got the ability to blast in behind the way Marcus can. And especially as we get to the knockout stages where you're going to have space open up and you're going to have the opportunity to, well, you're probably going to have to play on the counter. I think we're going to switch to a back three. And if he does that and he plays Kane up front and it's Sterling, forget about it. You're going to need someone to run in behind because Kane's just started playing like a number 10. He's getting in between the lines and his playmaking's really good. But for him to play make effectively, he's got to have someone he can pass to. The relationship him and Son have at Tottenham is absolutely deadly because they literally would work like him and Marcus would work for England. So if you have Marcus running off him, getting into the channels, getting in behind the defence, it's absolutely lethal. And his pace is his biggest asset. His finishing's not quite world class. But you give him a couple of chances, one of them's going away. And I think against what looks like it's probably going to be France in the quarters, if he can get past Senegal, he's definitely going to play more defensive and try and play on. He doesn't play Marcus Rashford. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm worried myself because I think you've got to play him. I mean, he scored 2 of the goals and he won the ball back for the other one for Foden the other night. He's on fire. I agree with you. I don't think we're seeing the best we can see from Marcus. I think he's got another level to go. And I think when you've got a player like that playing as well as he is, just keep playing him. Do you know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, but I do worry about Gareth Southgate, and I do think he's got his favourites, and also he can be a little bit conservative. Just on England, do you think they've got a chance of winning the World Cup? And do you care? Because I've seen pictures of you in an England top. So what's your stance on that?
Yeah, mate, I'm absolutely sick of defending my clothing. We're a Germany top, a Japan top, and a Brazil top, an Argentinian top. I've got others that I've not worn yet. I had a Welsh one on the other day. I don't know what it is about international football shirts. I think it's the lack of sponsor.
Yeah.
Makes it feel a bit more retro. And I don't really wear club shirts of any club, including United. But I do like an international shirt. And World Cups for me, especially, I think we see a lot of European teams. World Cups for me are a big South American sort of affair. I want to see Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay, Mexico. I know not South American, but I want to see all of these sorts of gaffes.
Yeah,
that's what World Cups are about for me. And to be honest, it's fucking well hot out here, and wearing like a cotton t-shirt, just going to sweat me back out in it. So actually, wearing a football shirt is quite lightweight. It's nice.
So in other words, that wasn't with St. George in my heart, keep me English type tackle. I put a football shirt on. I'm not.
It's a 1990 blue away shirt. It's a fucking nice shirt.
It is a decent one. So obviously you're not that bothered, but do you think England could win this World Cup?
They could, but I put them probably 5th favourites.
Who you going for then? Just to wrap up, who's your? Go on, you can give us a prediction.
I think the 4 teams you've got to look at.
Yeah.
And this could go down to just who turns up on the day. I think France are number 1.
Yeah.
I put Brazil, Argentina pretty much on a level. And then just below them, I put Portugal. But those are the 4 teams that I think are a level above everybody else. Could England get a result against them? Yeah, they could. The same way we've seen weird results happen right now. But if they turn up and play to their best, there's no way England can deal with any of those 4 teams. They could grind a result out, and one of them could have a bad day in front of goal, and you could probably beat them. And if England do go all the way to the final, they're probably going to have to deal with France, Portugal, and then Brazil or Argentina in a final. So if they do win it, they've absolutely deserved it. But they're not going to win it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there, bro. I mean, it could happen. We've seen it before, strange things happen, especially the Euros when you had like Denmark United 2 in Greece in 2004. I know it's different than the World Cup. Or maybe, you could look at Italy in 2006. But yeah, I think, I'd probably put England around 4th or 5th favourites. But you never know. Anyway, Steve, always a pleasure. What are you up to the rest of the day? You're going to go and, hang around with Batty Stuter or something, or, having tea with Eric Cantona.
Boring, really.
Well, Cantona's not there, is it?
I've got a load of videos to film because I'm in Dubai for 24 hours. So I'm going to sit here in my bedroom, record a load of videos, and then go get my flight.
Right, exciting times. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Good chatting to you. Stay safe, and we'll catch up with you again soon. Make sure as well, if you want to go and see a scout report on basically any player at the World Cup, apart from that other one he mentioned, go and check out Steve's channel.
Vlogs out. I took Ronaldo to the zoo. We went and looked at a giraffe.
Right. Ronaldo at a zoo looking at a giraffe is gold. So go and check that out, right?
The thumbnail alone. The thumbnail is me, Cafu, and a giraffe.
I don't think I've ever heard those words in that sentence, in that order, ever before. So there's a first. So yeah, go and check out Steve's channel because I'm going to do that. Steve, great chatting to you. This has been a little chat with Stephen Howson for Stretford Paddock. Make sure you're hitting like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.